boys and girls. Hi, Fish class. Miss Donna, Miss Perla here. Wanted to talk to you a little bit more about our theme, jumping into spring and taking care of God's world. And we have two Bible verses here today that are going to kind of help you start thinking about springtime and how God has provided beautiful things for us to enjoy in His world. The first scripture that we'll focus on is Ecclesiastes 3:11. Everything God made is beautiful. And I even have a beautiful plant right here that you can see. And you can go outside and see the beautiful green grass. It's starting to get green trees, the pretty flowers. Everything that God has made is beautiful, including you guys. The second scripture is Song of Solomon 2:12. Flowers appear on the earth. The seasons of singing has come. The season of singing has come. The cooing of doves is heard in our land. I love this particular scripture because it's talking about it's a time now for flowers. And if you get up early in the morning, you might even be able to hear some of the birds starting to sing and coo. So I love that particular scripture. Well, I have a word right here that I'm going to put on our board. And the word is recycle. And I want to ask you, do you know what it means to recycle? Well, let's think about it. I bet you see your moms and dads put things in certain places and they'll say, oh, we can't throw that away. We need to recycle it. Well, recycle means to use again. To use again. And I have some items in my trash can here that, believe it or not, we can use again. I have an old box here. They can reuse that. I have some paper. I have a popcorn sack. I have a paper plate. I have a plastic bottle. All of these, and here's a plastic sack. All of these are examples of items that we can recycle. Here's my sign right here, that we can recycle and use again in another way. Well, I'm going to now read you a book on why should I recycle. Why Should I Recycle? Written by Jean Green. In my family, we recycle our garbage. We return things so they can be used again. We didn't always recycle. We used to throw everything away. On our way to school, we always passed Mr. Jones's house. Mr. Jones is our teacher. One day, we saw him putting a special box with cans, bottles, and papers by the gate. What are you doing? This box is for recycling. All of these things are taken away and used again, said Mr. Jones. What's recycling? I'll explain it at school. In class, Mr. Jones asked us what we did with our trash. We put it in the garbage can. It's just old garbage. Mr. Jones said garbage contains lots of useful things that can be recycled and used again. Why should I recycle? Mr. Jones took the class to a recycling center. It had separate containers for bottles, cans, plastic, clothes, and paper. What do you think happens to all the glass that goes in here? Asked Mr. Jones. It all gets broken down to make new shiny bottles. And guess what happens to all the cans that go in here? Asked Mr. Jones. They get melted down to make new metal things such as bikes and scooters. Wow! And what about the paper and plastic that goes in here and in here? Mr. Jones asked. The paper gets shredded and used to make new books and comics. all these things come from garbage we just throw away? This plastic can be used to make all kinds of things, including clothes. You might be wearing some, said Mr. Jones. So why waste? Most of the garbage we put in the trash cans gets buried in dumps that spoil the countryside. It's good to recycle as much as you can, said Mr. Jones. So what else can we recycle? Clothes, books, and toys that you don't want can all be taken to the secondhand store, explained Mr. Jones. The food we buy at supermarkets comes in packages that can often be used again. Don't waste, Mom. I told Mom and Dad about our trip to the recycling center. Now we buy recycled things at the store. Recycled paper helps to save trees, you know. We always recycle the plastic bags, too. We brought our own bags. Thanks. We also recycle everything at home. Fruit and vegetable peelings get recycled on our new compost heap. The compost helps my mom's prized vegetables to grow. Now we recycle so much garbage, there's hardly any left to put in the can. Recycling is kind to nature. It saves money and it's fun. The end. So why should you recycle, boys and girls, in our fish class? Because God made everything beautiful, and it is springtime, and He wants us to take good care of His earth. Okay, until next time, I'll see you guys then. Love you. Bye-bye.